my video. So basically the way I'm gonna do these story times is the last one got 100. So if this one gets 100, I will continue to make story times of whatever you guys vote for most. What you guys said most was like my craziest sneak out like story. I have plenty of more stories of more like other things, but this is the most craziest I could think of like it happening, because Gary's brother got swung on with brass knuckles and almost got hit, and he charged at him and he had to run inside and all that. So basically, so as soon as this one gets 100 likes, I will post another thing on my Instagram and you guys vote or comment, and I'll do the one that gets the most votes. And we got a 4-day weekend coming up this week, so expect at least 3 videos this week, because we're gonna set Josh on fire.
That's gonna be interesting.
What else do we have? I'm going to someone else's house, so we're gonna be making a video and then some other stuff and then probably a vlog. So go ahead and hit the like button.
The like button.
The like button. Go ahead and hit the like button now. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Appreciate y'all for 750 subs. I got like 200 subs last week from the 2 videos I uploaded. So appreciate y'all for that. And yeah. Alright, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Reese and
Blake, or you can call me Benji.
Blake, Benji, Benjamin, the boy himself. So there's another person that's part of this little thing that happened, but he didn't want to be in the video and his name doesn't want to be in the video. So basically, it's not gonna be in the video. So it was September, and my grandparents went out for, do you remember what they went out of town for?
It was like North Carolina or something.
Yeah, they went somewhere. It was my mom. My mom's chill, so it was Friday night. When did we start? When did we leave, like, first?
We left like 11:30.
Yeah, we started our little thing at 11:30. So we went to go get food, and then we had to go pick up these kids because they wanted Waffle House. So our boy, oh shit, gonna have to bleep that out. So our boy, we're not supposed to say his name, so that's why I had to bleep that part out. We'll just call him Gary. So Gary texted us and was like, "You can, we should come over. He's having people over. We're just sneaking into his house, all this." So we get over there like 12:30ish. 12:30ish. So we were there for a little bit. We were just like playing Fortnite, listening to music and stuff, and then let's say, what do we just call the girls?
Thing 1 and thing 2.
Alright, so thing 1 and thing 2. Alright, so we were there. It was me, Blake, Gary, 2 other people, and then thing 1 and thing 2. And I was already tired because like it was a long week of school. It was a long Friday. Wait, did we have a game?
No, we had a bye week.
Alright, we had a bye week, but we had practice and all that. So I was already tired. So I went in the guest bedroom to go to bed. So did anything important happen while I was sleeping?
No, nothing really.
Just chilling?
Yeah, and then she tried to convince me to take her home.
Yeah, so thing 1 tried to convince Blake to take her home. And I was asleep, so, and he obviously didn't want to take her home. It was like 3-ish. 3?
Yeah,
2:33ish. So she came in the room and woke me up and was like, "Reese, please take me home."
And she offered to pay you.
Yeah, and then, no, first, she offered to pay me later. So like, I'm just like, you know when you first wake up and you're tired and you don't want to do anything? I was like, I don't want to take you home. It's 3 a.m., all this. So I wake up, go in the other room, and they're all just chilling in there. And then finally she convinces me, she was like, "I'll pay you $20 to take me home." And like, I was just tired, and I was like, "Alright, bet, whatever."
And then you asked me that.
So before, yeah, I asked Blake to drive because I didn't want to drive. I was like, "I'll split the 20 with you." But
Money.
what happened? Yeah, but her dad texted thing 1. Her dad texted her, and she was like, "Oh, guys, my dad said he's coming here, but he's just kidding." And we're like, "What?"
That didn't make sense.
We're like, "Wait, what?" And she was like, "Well, how would your dad know you're here?" She's like, "Oh, well, I have Life 360." And then that's what.
So we were like, okay, so, all right, well, we're just gonna go outside and hopefully we'll get in the car before he gets here.
Yeah, so
I didn't go out.
We went outside. We were going to the car. I had to get all my stuff. So Blake and Thing 1 and Thing 2 started going to my car.
Other person.
Oh yeah, and we'll call him Larry.
I'm not calling him Todd.
Todd? All right, so me and Todd were going outside after them. They're already like, all right, so we parked, you know, whenever like parents sleeping, because Dylan's parents didn't know we were there, didn't know any of us were there, and there's like 7 of us. So we parked down the street in the cul-de-sac. So the car's like down here, the house is like right here, and then the girls are like halfway. And me and get out.
God, dude, it's so
Me and Todd leave the basement and go up to the like where his driveway, where basketball goal and all that, but it's covered by a house, so you can't like see down there. So I couldn't see the car or anything. So me and Todd we passed by the neighbor's house, so we could like see down the cul-de-sac, and I just see Blake and Thing 1 and Thing 2
take off.
and then next thing you know, this giant ass truck zooming down. Like he had, I'm telling you, it was decked out, like light bar, he had underglow, lights on the wheels, like it was massive. Zooming down the neighborhood, and then I just see Blake and the girls just dip, and I'm like I'm like Todd. And I was like, Todd, is that the dad? And then he was like, fuck, that's the dad. So Todd goes and hides in the bush. And then I'm just standing there. I don't know what to do, because Blake and Thing 1 and Thing 2 ran, and then
they like dipped to the woods. I just went to the house across the street.
He went to another house, and Todd was in the bushes. So I was just standing there, and I was like, "Shee!" So I went over there to the bushes with Todd, and I was like, "What am I doing? I'm too big to hide in a bush. Like he's gonna see me." So I run back down to the basement, and I'm like, "Yo, Gary." He's like, Reese, what are you doing in here? Cause like I was being loud, cause like I zoomed in there, slamming the door and everything, and he was like, Reese, what are you doing? I was like, Gary, her dad is here. And he was like, wait, what? I was like, her dad is here. He was like, you're lying. I was like, nah. And then he was like, all right. He was like, where's Todd and Blake and the girls?
So while this was all happening, me and Todd, I dipped to Reese's car, and I had the keys because I was gonna originally drive. So I unlocked the car, and then I see Todd run right behind me, and we both hop in the car, and then we skirt off and we drive to a neighborhood across from Gary's. And we are waiting because we need to get Reese out of there so we can go back home. But the officials showed up.
No, they didn't. That didn't happen yet.
Well, soon.
That was later.
Yeah.
All right, so but we have different sides of the story, because I was the only one inside the house, and they were in my car. So I'm downstairs with Gary and them. I'm like, yo, her dad's here, all that. And he was like, no, whatever. So I thought Todd. I didn't know Todd went to the car with Blake, because I was inside. So there was knocking on the basement door. So I thought, I was like, all right, must be Todd.
Yeah.
Thought it was Todd. And then as I was walking to the door, Todd called me. He was calling me, so I just automatically assumed that it was Todd, and like Todd was calling me to tell me to let him in. But good thing I answered before I opened the door. So like, yo, Todd, are you at the door? And he was like, no, I'm in your car with Blake. And I'm like, then who's at the door? So basically, her dad, Papa. Thing 1's Papa was at the door. And I was like, Gary, what are we supposed to do? Because Gary's parents are upstairs asleep, and we're just downstairs, and we're like, we don't know what to do. And her dad parked in the driveway, and the way that Gary's house is, like when you leave through the back, you open the gate, it's the driveway.
Yeah.
So there was no escaping.
You're stuck there.
So he started knocking on the door, and he kept knocking and knocking and knocking. We didn't know what to do. So Gary was like, all right, I'm gonna go get my older brother and get him to like talk to the dad. So by the time Gary went upstairs to get his older brother, he was banging on the door, like he was trying to kick it down. And as soon as Gary's older brother came downstairs, like the banging stopped. So we were like, all right, what happened now? So we go upstairs. Like, I'm tiptoeing, not trying to get heard. And then I look outside, and he's standing by his truck. He's on the phone, like he's screaming on the phone. And I have a video clip of when Gary's older brother is talking to him. Now I'm gonna put in like 20 seconds when we get to that point. But so Gary was like, what should we just call his older brother? Gary 2? Alright, Gary and Gary 2. Gary was talking to Gary 2. And then Gary 2 was like, I'm not talking to him. And Gary was like, you have to talk to him because like he's not gonna leave. So Gary 2, the older brother, goes outside, tries to talk to him. And yeah, it didn't. Yeah, he starts screaming. He was like, "My daughter's inside." The app says my daughter's inside. Like, give me my daughter and all this stuff. But we didn't hear that. But that's what he said. So Gary 2 came inside and he was like, he says his daughter's inside and that like we're holding her hostage or some shit. So I was like, oh, we're done, because when like he was on the phone with 12 or the cops. So I was like, there's gonna be a SWAT team, we're gonna be done. He thinks we have his daughter inside the house. And then I'm like, what do we do now? And then Gary was like, go tell him that his girl's not in the house. So Gary 2 went back outside and like tried talking to the dad. And then the dad walks over to the truck and grabs spiked brass knuckles and swung on Gary 2, and like he like backed up. And then the dad just started screaming and was like, I know she's inside all of this. And then he was like, your daughter's not inside the house. I don't know why you're tweaking. I don't know why you even own brass knuckles with spikes on them, but all this. And then he's just like, he swung on him, he backed up, and then the dad started charging at Gary 2. So Gary runs inside, locks the door and all this stuff. So then at this point, like, we don't know what to do. The cops are on the way. Gary's parents are asleep. There is a dad outside with brass knuckles. And I'm just like sitting there by the window like, what am I supposed to do? So this is like an hour that's passed by. I'm like summing it up, so this is not like a 30-minute long video. So like hour go by, hour and a half, and 12. There's like 5.
Yeah, like 7
there's like,
of them pulled up.
There's like 6 cop cars that pulled up.
Because me and Todd, we went to go scope it out to see what was going on. And we drive by and there's like hella cop cars, man.
Yeah, there's like 6. They're like going around the whole cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
We got a picture. It's gonna be right here. All right, so so I'm inside. Like, cops are upstairs. Me and our other friend, just Gary, our friend. We were downstairs in the guest bedroom. Like, I was hiding down there, and Gary went up to get his dad. Or no. Gary's dad came downstairs to like the main floor, and he was like, Gary, what is that going on? And then he was like, he basically just told me, he was like, Dad, I fucked up, had some girls over, and now there's a crazy ass dad outside. And then Gary's dad was like, oh, well, no, pause. Gary's dad went outside to go talk to the cops. So I'm inside just sitting there like, I don't know what to do. It's already like 4 a.m. Todd and Blake were sitting in my car for like 3 hours, and I'm just stuck in the basement because I can't leave, because the only way I leave, I'll pass by all the cops and the dad. And I wasn't supposed to be there. So I'm just waiting downstairs, and then I hear his dad come inside, slam the door, starts yelling at Gary, and he's like, if you would have told me he was banging on the door, I would have lit his ass up. He would have been dead, all this stuff. And I was just like, damn, like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what to do. And I didn't know if the cops were still outside, so I can just like walk outside. So I was sitting there, and then came downstairs, and he was like, yo, you gotta get out of here. And I was like, go check if the cops are upstairs. So goes upstairs to check if the cops are there. And then what's it called, Dylan started, like, it was completely silent for a second, and the next thing I hear, starts running down the stairs. And he's like, Reese, you gotta go now, because his dad was coming down the stairs. So guest bedroom right here, and like the stairs right here. So I have to come and run past the staircase as his dad's coming downstairs. Then I run through the back door, because you already know I had my shoes on. I was ready to leave at any time. I closed the back door, I went outside, ran down the street. I just see Blake and Todd just sitting at the end of the cul-de-sac. I'm holding my pockets, running to the car.
He hops in, we drive away.
We drive away, and then we passed by like 3 cops on going home.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was crazy because we weren't even legally driving.
Yeah, we weren't.
It was bad. So we get home at like 5 a.m. Oh wait, we missed out on a totally important part. About the girls going. So the girls wouldn't go back to the dad.
But then they finally did.
Because the dad, that's why they thought the girls were inside. But the girls were hiding outside. And we called them like, you gotta go to your dad. And she's like, no, blah, 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 and all this stuff. So,
I was so mad.
Yeah, I was so mad. They wouldn't go to the dad. And the dad kept banging and trying to like get into the house. And so moral of the story, her dad could have got charged with, it was like, assault, breaking, enter, and like trespassing and all this other stuff, and it wasn't or Todd's fault or Gary's fault at all. It wasn't his fault at all. So long story short, we didn't get in trouble, but we know.
He didn't. Really.
He didn't.
Thank God.
You mean Gary?
Gary.
Well, yeah, no one really got in trouble except for thing 1 and thing 2.
Well, thing 2 didn't get in
and
trouble.
they never found out that we were there. And it was pretty much the biggest thing we've ever experienced. Yeah.
That was pretty scary.
Yeah, this video's like 20 minutes long. It doesn't really sound like that interesting, but like if you lived it, and if I explained like the whole entire, like all the details and everything, but that would take so much longer. But appreciate the 100 likes on the past video. So the way I'm gonna do these is I'm just gonna stop it there. I'm gonna because I'm gonna put this part. All right, so that sums up the video, or the little story time we had. I have plenty more to come. I still have a lot of good stories, and I can go in full depth into all of them if you want me to, but I just didn't want this video to be extremely long. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.
Like a rock star.